As much as we always say that determination is the key to human success, one of the other things we look at is the mentorship. I mean, it's good to work as women. One of the things I will tell you about ARM is that we have lots of women inclusion. Lots of women are on the high tables. We are all making decisions and everything. And why this has been so is because we do a lot of mentorship. We create a very admirable environment where people can learn at the same time make friends. And I think by so doing, we are not just working. It's not just about the figure. It's about making a life balance in the place of work. And that is what ARM and me as a person have been able to give my colleagues, that for every opportunity, those ahead of me, those up before me, and those are my peers, we all try to mix up together in a very inclusive environment where we all are learning together and they are doing a lot of hand-holding one way or the other for us to be at the top.
I tend to do some sort of mentoring, maybe not in any formal setting or structure, but I do take time to speak to the younger ladies in my sphere concerning their work ethics, concerning striking a balance between work and their other lives. Generally, just encouraging them to show up when they need to show up.
So I believe a lot in mentoring and coaching, particularly the younger generation. So I actively mentor, younger people, both within the workplace and out of the workplace, and then let them know that, as long as they are ready to put in, the work, the sky really is the limit. So that empowers them, gives them the confidence that they need, to believe that they can do anything they set their hearts or their minds to. Another thing obviously would be to advocate for women and also give them the opportunity to, get seats in terms of decision-making processes within the organization, to give them an opportunity to have their own say or to have their voices heard. Also encouraging them or encouraging women to be free to speak up, in situations where they may feel a bit scared or they feel they're not qualified, enough to. Encouraging them that it's okay to speak up, it's okay to speak, speak out, say your mind, and not have any hindrances to what they believe.
I like to role model a lot. Role model correct behaviors, right behaviors, and leadership behaviors at that. So I believe, number one, role modeling the right behaviors to young ladies, guys as well. And of course, I believe that will get somebody towards a seat at the table. Then the other one I would say I do unconsciously would be coaching. So if I get an opportunity to speak to a lady, I'm taking you through the journey to be a hard worker, smart worker, to get wherever you want to be. I just be on it. I normally use this word, be at it, stay on it kind of word, just for the lady to know that hard work gets you up there.
What women want at work is the same as what everybody else, wants in any professional environment. We want a workplace that is inclusive and supportive. And so in my role, I just try to be, a champion of these values, where we have a culture that is great and that allows for people to thrive and realize their ambitions. For women, there needs to be particularly more attention paid to eliminating bias, for instance, or making those kind of advocacy or policy changes that allows for women to overcome some of the obstacles that prevent women from rising to leadership. I think in Nigeria, and particularly in the financial services sector, women are really highly represented in the workforce. As we rise to the top, you're seeing a thinning of those numbers. And so for me personally, it's being aware of these issues and making sure that I'm a voice, for the right policies, that we are building a work environment that is safe, that addresses these issues, that is positive and vibrant, and that creates opportunities both for young people and even for those of us that are still here in leadership. It takes mentorship and sponsorship, deliberate effort from women across the chain, not just women leaders, but middle managers at the top, to extend a hand of mentorship and encouragement to those that are coming behind. And that won't be done by women only. I think making allies of our men in leadership is also a critical part of this agenda, ensuring that they see the value and that they and sign on really to the agenda, that it takes deliberate effort to get women represented at the highest levels of an organization. I make sure that I'm a voice for that. Outside of our organization, there are other initiatives. So the Women in Business, for example, I'm very proud of my involvement with CFA Society of Nigeria's Women Platform, 100 Women in Finance, which is a global organization that is committed to seeing women representation at the leadership of financial services companies. It takes a village is what they say, a lot of support that I got to get to this level, and so I make sure that I'm paying it back and paying it forward in small ways and in big ways as well. I think our organization is passionate about these issues, and when you look at our numbers, it really does speak for itself.
As a leader, or wherever you find yourself, or anybody around you, encourage them to develop themselves, because it gives us an urge as women to get to where we want to get to. Competing with men in this side of the country or this side of the world is very, very hard. So education is the key. If you're educated, you can achieve anything you want to achieve in life. And again, mentorship. You need to mentor people around you. When you mentor them, advise them that they can go for whatever they want to go for and achieve any goal they want to achieve. They can get to that table that you want to be.
I'm going to tell every young woman out there to be very bold. Nobody on the table is better than you are. You need to take the step. I'm always saying this anytime I want to go for a presentation. I'll say, be you. I say that to myself. Immediately you're yourself, you're going to win. You can't be another person. But in that room, everybody there are just individuals doing their own thing. And if you do yours, you will see that you can be there. So be confident, be bold, take risks, ask questions. There is no stupid question around. You just need to ask and you get the results. So the sky is the limit for every woman out there.
One thing I've learned is I will not always get it right. And when I don't get it right, I allow myself to beat myself up a little, but not too much. But after beating myself up, I get up, take a few steps back, review what has happened, look at what went wrong and what I can do to ensure it doesn't happen again, and prepare for the next opportunity. So when that opportunity comes, I show up and I show up well.
Not to be afraid to make mistakes. Everyone wants to be perfect. We all try our best to do everything right. However, making mistakes, itself is part of the process. Taking risks is part of the journey to success. So it's okay for you to not have everything figured out, at the moment, and it's okay for you to make mistakes. Take that risk, make that mistake. You need the knowledge, you need the skills. It would bring you the network, it would bring the resources, and you will earn that reputation.
I've benefited so much from the professional relationships I made over the years, making sure that you make deliberate efforts to build connections with people, to build relationships, and to do that in a way that is not, transactional. Like, oh, I might need something from someone in future. No, I think there's a lot of value in people. There's a lot of value in connections. Never burn bridges. For many young people, in the economy we're in today, people change jobs, for instance, very frequently. And so maintain your contacts, maintain your professional relationships, invest in them, build those relationships for your personal life, not just because of what it might serve you in your professional life. The final tip I have is just stay curious and stay young. You've got to keep learning. The world is evolving very quickly these days. Knowledge can become obsolete very quickly. You want to ensure that you're staying at the cutting edge of whatever it is you do. Make sure that you maintain a mindset of curiosity, read a lot, travel a lot, talk to people, learn, figure out what you don't know. It makes you more whole at the end of the day.
I used to be very confident. I used to believe in myself a lot. Maybe I still do. So that helped me a lot. And again, when I set my mind on something, I go for it. So I'll tell ladies, even though you hear all the hula baloo of being in the kitchen, all of those things, whatever you say you are, be that and show it. And you don't have to prove yourself. And there's this word that says a tiger does not profess its integrity, it just pounces. So just pounce. You don't have to prove who you are, just be what you are. That's it.
I would say to be fearless, bold, accept your challenge. Don't see them as challenges, but see them as opportunity to grow. Go for your dreams, dream big, and go for those dreams. Don't look at who you are, look at the person in you. Look at that sky and say, I can go beyond the sky. Everywhere you find yourself, look at the people around that table and tell yourself, I can be there, and work towards achieving it.